Greetings, my name is Timothy Collinson and I'm the Faculty Librarian for Technology. And this video is going to build on another video that showed you how to use the library catalogue to find a book. And this time we're actually going to go into an ebook and just explore in a little bit more detail. So if I share my screen with you, you should hopefully be able to see there the library homepage, library.port.ac.uk. And what we're going to do is we're going to click to search library resources, just as we did in the catalogue video. And we're going to use Discovery, as I did there, to search for a particular book that I might have been given, say, on my reading list, or that I've read about somewhere and I want to find out if the library has it. And if we search for that, you'll see that the Discovery service will then come back with the results, hopefully here. Possibly if you're on campus, it'll be a little bit swifter than this. As usual, it will pop up things to the top, like a research starter maybe, or a particular journal if it finds one. Yeah, there's a featured results from Credo. But there you can actually see the book, Resisting AI, An Anti-Fascist Approach to Artificial Intelligence by Dan McQuillan. You can also see the button there, Click to View, which if you click on the title and you go into the book record, you'll also get the same button, Click to View, as I pointed out in the video on the library catalogue. So once we've left the library catalogue and we've gone off to eBook Central. This is our biggest ebook collection, so you'll often find yourself here, but it may not look exactly the same because you might have gone into a different collection. We have different ebook collections supplying our different various ebooks. But as I say, this is the biggest, and you'll find all sorts here. And if I click now, well, I get all sorts of options here that I'll just point out a couple of things. Firstly, some of our ebooks in eBook Central are available for a full download. And if that is available, then you get the book for 1 week. And then after a week, it self-destructs off your machine. And then you'll need to re-download it if you want to keep reading it. Often, though, you're allowed to download a PDF chapter. So if that's useful for you, you can use that facility. And it will also tell you how many pages remaining for copy or printing out and turning into a PDF there if you prefer. So again, that's restrictions put on us by the publishers. That's not a library restriction. So you'll need to just take what you can see there. With whatever information you need. Now, the other thing that's worth pointing out here is that there is a Cite Book button down here. And if we click on Cite Book, you can see that it defaults to MLA. But if we change this to APA, which you should be using in the technology faculty, the University of Portsmouth, you'll see that it's turned it into, it gives you an actual reference there, which isn't actually looking too bad to cut and paste into my Word document or my reference management software. This is actually looking pretty good. You do need to use these with a pinch of salt. Sometimes they put capitals where there shouldn't be capitals, or they put extra information that you don't really need, but it does save you a lot of typing and it can be really helpful. So do look out for those cite buttons for when you need to reference a book. We're not going to download this book and we're not going to download a chapter, but we are going to look at reading it online. So if I click on that now, you can see that we'll actually go into the ebook now in eBook Central. As I say, we've left the library catalogue behind. We've actually left the university databases behind, and we're in eBook Central now. And it's giving you, as you can see, a sort of facsimile of the book as though you were reading it in print here, which is fairly easy to navigate through. But you can also, you get a little research assistant defaulting up here that tells you a little bit about the book, but you can also click on these 3 dots and 3 lines to see the contents of the book as well. And you can see there all the different parts of the book, so you can go straight to that if it's useful. You can also do some other things here, which we won't get into in detail, but I'll just point out a couple of things up at the top here: downloading to PDF, being able to copy sections of it, being able to print sections of it, but not the whole book, obviously. There's also the Cite button book in here. And you can also highlight text and create sticky notes and bookmark pages if you want to do that as well. You'll need to set up a little account to do that so that it remembers who you are, but it can be a really useful way of collecting up lots of different bits of resource for your dissertation or your assignment or your research, and it can be quite helpful. You can also zoom in and out on the book and that kind of thing. If you know a page number as well, you can go straight to a page number. Now, a couple of other things to show you in here, and that is the Magnifying glass in here lets you search through the whole book for any particular word. So I'm going to search for the word ethics or ethical, perhaps. In fact, rather than search for ethics, ethical, I'm going to search ethic with an asterisk, and that will search for all of those word stems. So that's quite a useful trick that many of our databases allow you to do. Unfortunately, Google doesn't, but most of our databases allow you to do that. And it's actually not found anything within the book there at all. So let's try and stick to something that's perhaps more relevant to the title there. Fascism might be more appropriate. Yes, it's found 22 results for fascism. And what it does is highlights where in the book those 22 hits are, which is obviously useful for being able to go and find what it is that you need to look at. However, what's worth knowing is that the search up here at the top of the screen, this magnifying glass, doesn't just search through this book, which was very useful to be able to search the book full text. Perhaps it's a bit easier than using an index or the contents page. But if you wanted to search up in this particular search box, let's try spelling the word right correctly, artificial intelligence, and let's do ethics again. And this time I'll put the asterisk again. So I'll look for ethic, ethics, ethical, anything like that. This is now searching through the full text of all of the ebooks in eBook Central, and there's something like 500,000 books in here. So even if you've got quite a narrow topic and you've maybe searched the library catalogue, as I showed you in another video, and you've not found anything, it's worth trying again in our ebook collections, searching full text, and you can see there that you're getting quite a lot of results, 74,000 results on artificial intelligence and ethics. You could narrow that down a little bit by perhaps putting artificial intelligence in quotes so that it's just looking for that exact expression, artificial intelligence, not just the two words. Having said that, those words are quite tightly tied together generally, so it probably won't reduce the results very much. Let's say, well, 20,000. So you probably want to either add other keywords or add an author's name, or do kind of more analysis of what concepts you're after, which we will look at in another video. So that's a very quick introduction to eBook Central, although just to note that like the library catalogue or discovery using the library catalogue, you can refine your results, of course, by publication year or by subject area or by language and that kind of thing. So do look out for all of those little tools. Don't forget that you can make a bookshelf if you create a little account, which is free but will require a login. And hopefully that will enable you to use eBook Central, but also remember our other ebook collections as well in a more effective way to be able to get to the resources that you need, the material that will be most beneficial to your work. So I'm going to stop sharing there and wish you all the best with the work that you're doing. If you've got any questions about that, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Either come into the library or come onto the chat or send us an email, whatever works best for you. And we'll do our best to see if we can work out how best to help you there.